All right, we're gonna do a couple tips because we have some new people on the team, and I always like to think about just going back to basics. Sometimes we just have to you know, kind of reimagine what we're doing and just start simple. Because sometimes you just got to go back to what we're actually doing as far as sharing. So, and Ann brought up a good point about as far as getting started, and we'll talk about that in 1 second. But we talked a few times about ITT, right? Invite, tool, and team. And the invite, just a couple of ideas on an invite. You guys can either jot this down or listen to it in the repeat. But it really is the simplest invite is, are you open, right? And it could be, are you open to a product? Or, for example, are you open to hearing about improving your health? And are you open to a business opportunity? That could be both, right? So if you use the term, are you open, and then listen for an answer, if they say, no, I'm not open, then don't share. But if they're open, then they're, of course, going to ask you, well, what is it, right? And that's where we all get in trouble, because then we start to run down the rabbit hole and try to explain. So don't explain. This is where you say, okay, great, you're open. I'll tell you about it, because I'm not going to tell you about it, but I'm going to send you a video. When can you watch it? And then give them, like we always talk about, give them a time. Can you watch it right now, or can you watch it tonight at 7 or tonight at 8? So again, are you open? But don't start sharing and trying to explain it to them, because we're all going to struggle with that. Another one, just a real simple one, especially with a friend, just say, hey, are you up for a business conversation? Okay. I found something really exciting, and the timing is excellent. So that isn't, it's not being schmarmy at all. It's basically saying, let's have a business conversation. And of course, then what are they going to say? They're going to say, what is it? And then you say, I tell you what, I will share the information. I'll send you a video. And of course, what we normally share is the ABC Yellow Pill, right? So that's the simple thing. So that's the invite, the I, and then the tool is the video. And then after that, certainly reach out to a team member, somebody in your upline, sideline, us, anybody on this call can certainly speak to the products in general. So as far as the products go, let's think about, because a lot of times we get wrapped up thinking we have to know too much, or know too much about the products and too much about the science. So I'd say what I did is I just pulled up my shared screen, and I just pulled up our website. Okay. So this happens to be our website, your website, same thing. Okay. You see Ann's and my face up there in the top left. And if you click on Biohack in the middle, there's so much great information on our websites that a lot of people just don't use, or just don't poke around, instead of watching some crazy show on Netflix, poke around your website. So, you can explain biohacking. I sent you guys that quick video that Darren Jensen did, the interview before he rang the bell in January on the NASDAQ. And he did a great job of explaining what biohacking is and what nutrigenomics is. So I sent that to you guys, because it's only like maybe a minute video. So that hits that. But if you look at the key products, and you go down here to flip the switch, these are our main product line. Okay. So our Protandim Tri-Synergizer, which we all try to promote, because that has NRF2, NRF1, and NAD. Those are the three key products. NRF2 being the product that is in about everything else, right? The skincare, the hair line, the pet tandem, the whole 9 yards, right? So if you go over here to the Tri-Synergizer and just pan down in your website, it talks about what the products are. Number one, you could even look at this, and it talks about the increase by utilizing products in the Tri-Synergizer. I mean, look at NAD, for example. It goes up anywhere from 967% all the way to 1,700% by combining it with the other products. NRF1 goes up 38% to 69%. And then, of course, NRF2 anywhere from 83 to 1,500%. That just means taking these all together. But if you want to learn real quickly what the products do, you can go down here to products and just click on what they are. You don't have to know too much. The simplest terminology with NRF2 is it reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. If you click on this, look at this, helps the body detoxify genes, reduces oxidative stress Okay, significantly reduces cellular stress, and then produces enzymes capable of neutralizing more than 1 million free radicals every second of every day. Helps regulate survival genes. Okay, NRF one, I call it NRF one, NRF one. Okay, performance, improves performance through energy, enhances cellular health and ATP. It's all about the energy, right? That's NRF, that's NRF1. And then lastly is NAD. NAD is a really incredible product. This is all about healthy longevity, supports your autoimmune system, better vascular health. So this, this increases the sirtuin. So if you go to your office and you just read this stuff, that's all you need to know. You don't need to know anything else about the science, but when you speak to the 3 flagship products, this should be enough information just to be dangerous. But by and large, what you'll want to do is you'll want to tie a person into a call with somebody else on your team and let them explain it. It's just, and this is the same information that Ann and I would share, or Gina would share, or Andy, or Kent, or Lewis, or anybody else, or Michael, anybody would share the same information. Okay. All right. So as far as shifting gears a little bit, what do you do to get started? Since we have some people that are brand new, the first thing Ann and I always talk about is ask yourself why you joined the business. Okay. You're going to have a why. And even though some people have gotten away from talking about their why, it is so critically important to figure out, why did I join the business? Why do I want to share this with people? And if you just say, well, it's because I want to make extra money, that's probably not big enough to keep you motivated. Think about maybe I want to own a home, or I want to pay for a car, or I want to pay for my kids' college, which is huge. Those are big whys. Those are the kind of things that are going to motivate you to continue. Maybe I want to retire early. That was my initial why, and then that all changed in time.
Yeah, whys evolve and change over time.
Mm-hmm. And then what? Then you say, what am I willing to do? Which is follow the system. And follow the system starts with writing down your why and your what, and then using this prospecting sheet. Write down 5 or 10. And I know sometimes we hear 200 and 400 names, but let's just start simple and start small. So if you've enrolled somebody and you have somebody new on your team, we have a putty cat in the background making a lot of noise. Sorry. Just real simple. Just have them write down 5 names and then help those people contact those 5 people and use ITT. Okay. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight and this sheet we've sent to people. So this gives you a list, the date you contacted them. Did you invite them? Did you give them a tool? And did you tie them to the team? We're just trying to keep it as simple as possible. All right. So let me get out of there. Okay. So that's what I wanted to kind of hit. Ann and I were just chatting about, getting people on the phone. I know we've contacted some folks, and there's so much going on with the company. We have a call on Wednesday.
Yeah, so I was going to let you guys know we have an elite call on Wednesday late afternoon, and so it's in our email. It said that they have exciting news to share. And I don't know what that exciting news means, but truly, Steve and I always reach out to you guys, or we'll hold a Zoom if it's something that really is something that can't wait. If it's right. Something that's like, wow, this is, really something awesome. I do know back in, I don't know if it was February, possibly, they had talked about Singapore opening. And they had originally said that Singapore would be opening end of May, beginning of June. And I asked about that and was told that it's probably more like August. So I don't know if we're going to be getting, more information on that. But again, it's just another country, that should be opening up here soon. But with our elite call on Wednesday, we'll let you guys know, what the exciting news is. But we're looking forward to that.
Right. So, I would definitely go back to the basics again. If you have a new person, definitely talk to them, help them create their why and their what. Help them create that list of 5 or 10 people. Ask them questions. Say, who do you know? Is it a sister? Is it a brother? Just help them get started. And if you don't know what to do as far as helping them get started, then get them on the phone with us or somebody else in your team. Okay. So it's not, and for the new people with new contacts, that's awesome. But for the old people, I don't mean old people as in age, but the people who've been in for a while, reach back into your database and use that same list, that database list that we created with the ITT, and write down reconnecting with people that you've spoken with. If you take that list and you start writing the names down of the people you've already spoken to, and maybe you need to touch back with them, but you haven't, that's a great little list, tool to use. Say, just start jotting names down. I did that. Didn't have as many new folks because we don't reach out to as many new, but I had so many people that I had to touch back with. So definitely utilize that to write down that list and then contact somebody to help you. I mean, and again, we're always available, and we said it a million times, the more my phone or Ann's phone rings by somebody on the team, the more we know that they're actually excited about the business and they want to go out and share it with people. I'm telling you, I told somebody this today on the phone. I said, there's people on their knees right now looking for these products to help them, and or certainly an opportunity just to make a few dollars and share with people. So by all means, definitely reach out to people. So you think of anything else that we wanted to share?
No, we want to keep these, short and sweet. And obviously, Steve and I are here for any of the new people that might have questions or need to know, what should I do next or anything, please reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you along the way.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's just as simple as sending a text and say, okay, what should I do next? Start with the why and the what, and then write down those names and help the people contact people. And again, the simple invite will create curiosity, but don't try answering the questions. It just makes it more difficult for yourself. And it's all about duplication. And if you can answer all the questions and you're the smartest person in the room, that's great. But the person that you've just brought into the business can't do that. And nor do you want them to think that they can. You want them to look for help from their team members. So you don't want to learn. You don't want to know everything. You don't want to be the scientist.
And don't forget, Skip Campbell also still has his calendar up and running for if you need him for a 3-way call. So you just have to go through the Team 212 Facebook page. And then it's the Calendly app that you can schedule, when you would want to use him for a 3-way call. So that's another option.
It's the what app?
Calendly.
That's for Spanish for calendar?
I don't know.
Okay. I think that's a Skipism dictionary.
No, that's actually the app. It is actually the app.
Okay.
But it allows him to have a calendar that people can input, when they want to book him.
So Tuesday nights are still opportunity meetings. Tomorrow night is Tara Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely awesome. She's a Pro 9, and she'll do an excellent job for an opportunity meeting. I'm sure you guys are still enjoying the Saturday trainings. I mean, we are.
Mm-hmm.
This past Saturday
was also LVA.
It was LVA, which, that was a tough one, of course. So LVAs are still there, and we're supporting those. But as you guys know, we're definitely promoting the Saturday trainings because you get 4 trainings every Saturday for an hour and a half, and they're free.
And we do know that those are definitely going through June.
Yeah.
And so we'll see after that,
I think they're going to continue. I really do.
Yeah.
I like the hope.
Anybody have any questions or anything?
Any other questions? Glad to see some new names on here, and I think that's awesome.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Hey, I looked on PubMed just out of curiosity and typed in COVID-19 and oxidative stress, and there are studies starting on that.
Wow.
Do you think corporate's going to have a little segment maybe Wednesday on how to approach that? They basically say more needs to be done, of course, because they just started,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
but they are starting.
I would assume so.
Well, we'll probably hear something, but I appreciate you telling us that because I'd like to poke around and find out. I mean, here's the bottom line. I mean, is whether it's specifically related to COVID-19 or it's something related to cellular health and increasing, all the different things we just talked about, increasing.
Well, our immunity,
immunity.
the program.
That was the main thing.
That
was the main thing, immunity.
Huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they did mention NRF2 and the pathway. They mentioned all that.
Really?
Okay.
That's good to know.
That's interesting.
So anybody that's intrigued by that, that you can go and probably research it just like Andy did. Just go to pubmed.gov and look it up and start poking around and learn a little bit more. That's pretty fascinating. I'm glad to hear that. But I've said
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either.
Mm-hmm.
But really, from day one, we've talked about this. We've felt that not only ourselves and our kids, but people on our team are better protected, I think, than
I
the
feel like
average person.
our immune systems are probably definitely boosted if we're taking all the products that we're supposed to be taking here.
Yeah, that's great information.
I don't think that anything I've heard or talked to anybody in LiveVantage has had an incident of COVID-19. That's what's interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I haven't heard of any cases, and
Right.
I've asked, but
Have you?
very interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's there's a lot of healthy people out there in this company. I mean, I truly think, and we're passionate about it. We've been around this for 8 years, and
Which, by the way, LifeVantage just celebrated their 9-year anniversary. So,
no,
like,
11.
oh, it is
11.
11. Sorry, 11. That's right. It was like, oh yeah, we've been along. No, we've been okay.
I love every once in a while when I'm right.
He's right. They just celebrated their 11th year anniversary in May. So I
Which
think
is
that's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
we have been in almost 9. It
Yeah.
will be 9.
Yeah, so stay connected. You continue to watch the stock, which is a lot of fun. Of course, it goes up and down. We were up to 1650 last week, and I think today it might have been 1460 or something like that. So it goes up and down, but it's still teetering on that upper level. Because we remember when it was 65 cents.
Yeah, I want to go back to $1.
What's that?
I want to go back to $1 so I can buy a bunch of it.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll go back there, but the key is, even if it's like $14, $15, is that we want to continue to see it go up. But the stock will grow when we continue to share the information, we continue to expand, and we can expand globally. It'll continue to go up. So that's the key. All right, anybody got anything else? Kent, appreciate the info. Andy, appreciate that. Anybody else new on the phone, by all means, hopefully whoever enrolled you that can share our phone numbers. Usually we do. We're trying to reach out to anybody that's new on the team that you guys may have signed up this month or last month, and we'll do a quick introduction, tell them who we are, and that way we can connect. But we're here. Make these things ring, and we'll go do this. All right.
All right.
Good deal.
Good.
See you guys. Thanks for jumping on.
We'll let you know. We'll keep you posted on Wednesday.
Quick 20 minutes.
All right.
All right.
All
Good
right.
tips, guys.
See you guys.
Have a great
Bye.
week. All right, guys. We'll see you.